this business in January. So that's just a little bit about how much he has been able to dramatically, enhance our lives.
And then with me personally, I feel like when I reached out to him, I was a little bit like I guess I didn't know exactly how I got where I got, but I knew I wanted to change. I knew I wanted to grow. And Arturo helped me with one of the biggest things that I feel like changed for me this year compared to how I did last year was my mindset, man. Like and my belief. I didn't realize how important that really was. And um once I started taking into practice and applying into practice the things that Arturo was sharing with us, I was literally able to within for August, for example, I was literally able to do 100,000 in revenue, which I did in 1 month, and before that's what I would hit kind of at a year. So that was incredibly, that was something amazing for me personally. Because it's helped us grow. It's helped us change a lot of the way that we see ourselves of the business, helping others and just opportunities in general, man. But yeah, I mean he's helped us incredibly.
So when it comes to
Besides,
numbers for Floor, so Floor started, okay, you want to tell them exactly what you do? Sounds better from you.
yeah. So for my business, I help nonprofits specifically being able to receive more grants. And we are also doing federal grants and contracts as well. So for us, we help them get anywhere upwards of 250,000. And so for my deal, I also do that for 25,000 for a period of 6 months.
Yeah, so she started a coaching program. Okay, she started a coaching program, and now her coaching program, is making some money. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Okay, so no coaching program. She started her coaching program, and I'm saying this because Carlo is starting his coaching program. Miguel or Angel, he already has his. Okay, but we're looking to scale his. Okay, so all of us here, we are in the coaching industry. Dennis, he was actually one of my first mentees many years ago, and then he just fell off the grid. He's now just coming back. So, I put him to the group. But all of us here are in the coaching industry. Okay, I not only share what I have for funding, but also how to build your coaching program. Okay, and like I said, Carlos is starting his. You can see Floor. We'll go a little bit more in depth on how you have your structure, because every business is structured differently. Okay, depending on your target audience. Like for you, you're dealing with money, you're high ticket. Okay, so anybody that's dealing with money, hey, high ticket. Okay, so Floor, she charges 25K, okay, and then a percentage after a certain amount. Okay, that's her business. Osvaldo, he has a concrete business. Okay, right now he's running ads and he's just pretty much middleman in it. Okay, why? Just focus on bigger projects, delegate it to the right people, so you don't lose faith on your face. Okay, and then you can grow that way. Instead of him doing the job, many of us Hispanics, we want to sit back and do the job because nobody can do it better than us. Okay, that's just how we think. That's what we were taught. So right now, Osvaldo's taking a different approach. Just hey, he goes into the face, and then he does a subcontract. Which I'll be honest, this model is very, very effective. Okay, I know you guys are familiar with Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, the reason why he was able to get, so Jeffrey Epstein, quote unquote, he's a business guy. Okay, how was he able to get billions and millions of dollars of contracts? Because I mean, in a way, he's smart, so he will host parties, very elite parties, with people that can give him those big contracts. Okay, so what he was doing, he's calling himself a business guy. He's like, hey, okay, I can build roads. You give me a $6 billion contract, and then he'll go and sublease it. Okay, so then he'll charge $1 billion, and he'll be like, hey, here, you $5 billion to build the roads. Okay, and the reason why he was getting the contracts is because he had all these people by the balls, because he was getting them on film, on camera, underage girls and boys. Okay, so he was first dibs on those big contracts. Okay, and just like Floor, everything is about who you know. Especially Floor, she worked at the city. Okay, so you know, okay, you deal with people that already done business with you. Oh, this guy's good. He already did this. We're just gonna give it to them. Okay, that's how the world is ran. Okay, so we'll keep on going. So Flor, she does funding for nonprofits. Her model is 25K upfront, and on the back end, she charges a percentage after 250K funded for these people. Okay, we can go with Carlos, and then we'll go with Angel, and then Dennis, and then we just keep moving. Go ahead.
How you guys doing? My name is Carlo. Sorry for the echo. This office, it has a little echo here, but I'm so thankful to be part of the group. I appreciate you, Arturo. I've been talking to Arturo for a while now, so I was able to get in and start learning from him the funding part, which I know, part of it because I work at the bank. Right now, I actually run multiple businesses, majority of them in the real estate and also on the health part. Me and my wife run a virtual wellness clinic, but I want to scale in my coaching because I'm helping a few smaller companies to grow and eventually sell, which is a few of them are about to, we're about to sell their companies. And this funny story, they're working for me now. So it's almost like everything is growing organically. But I really needed the mentorship from Arturo because he already knows the industry. We come from similar industries too. And I see him as an example. So I'm really thankful to be part of the group. And right now, what I focus on is basically elevating myself not only for a businessman, but also to coach smaller, businesses to make them bigger. And then also using the funding strategy and all these other things, basically charge a fee based on that. But soon enough, I will start doing content and doing all the things that he's teaching me. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, so Carlos makes he does fix and flips. Okay, how many do you have going on right now?
I got right now I have 3 of my own flips, but I have multiple companies. So I have a real estate investment company, which I have 3 flips going, and 2 pass splits. Pass splits are for long term. And then I also, through my construction company, I deal not only my own construction and renovation, but I also service other investors like myself. And from, that's one company. And then I have a property management company, which is the one who take all the houses and we manage basically the tenants and the payments and the landlord for other investors. So I basically have all this ecosystem that is running. Right now, we have approximately 20 employees overall running multiple companies. I'm only partner on this business, which is the property management. For the other 2, I'm by myself. And then the health company is me and my wife. So basically,
What are you averaging a year?
Well, my revenue is 2.5 this year. Previously was 2 million a year revenue. 2.5 this year on track for that between all the companies.
Yeah, and Carlo, he's getting into the coaching also. Okay, so the model that we came up with. Okay, I mean, I looked at his Insta, and he's teaching people health. He's also teaching people finance. Okay, so his model is more structured on. We gave it like a 3-word name, correct?
Yeah, it was health, wealth, and accountability. So basically, I'm delved into all these 3 because I'm really big into health. I mean, I fixed my own self. I was very unhealthy, especially during COVID. A lot of work that I had, I neglected completely my health. And then when I was able to see my labs, I was like, I'm broke. My health is terrible. Just like when you see a credit report, you see all these late payments, you see all this crap that is affecting your credit score. The same thing was my labs. And that's what I tell people. I mean, I'm like, you need to see your labs. You need to see, because it doesn't matter how much you work. If your health is basically deteriorating, all the investment you've done, you might not be able to enjoy them because your health has become number 1 priority eventually. And then you're willing to lose it all for your health. So it's, we need to keep a good, we need to juggle the things correctly. And then when you have health, you actually enjoy every other thing much better. So that's what I'm big on that. And then of course, once you fix your health and you have a small business, I can help that business grow to a certain point, maybe to sell or just to grow it so you have more revenue. And then eventually you invest with me in real estate. So it's just everything goes into growing your wealth and accountability, because I like to keep people, in line, just like I did with myself.
Yeah. So wanted to just bring something up to you guys. I saw an ad a little bit ago. This guy teaches accountability. He has a group. Everybody holds each other accountable. Okay. He charges $297 a month just because he created a group and people are holding each other accountable. Okay, so you can sell anything online as long as people know you. Okay, as long as people know you, you can literally sell anything. There's people that are, I know a guy that's making $350K a month by teaching Christian men how to get out of porn. Okay, so it's very niche. Okay, I mean everybody fucking struggles with porn. I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched porn in many years, like 5 years. But I mean, a lot of people do. So hey, there's a niche for everything. If you are helping people have the money and you know how to sell it, people are gonna come in. Okay.
Arturo, you are completely right. In our other trainings, I believe it was last week, we met a woman who's like probably in mid-20s.
Oh, that was crazy.
Her niche is actually jump roping. And she had like, I couldn't believe it at first. And she was like, yeah, I'm a professional jump roper. Which she wasn't really, it was mostly just content. But she had over 816,000 followers just from jump roping alone.
816,000.
It wasn't, I could not believe it for jump roping.
Oh, she was almost at 1 million, and she was still trying to figure out how to launch her product so more people would buy, but
You're
that was
absolutely
crazy.
right.
Thanks.
Yeah, so you can literally sell anything online. Okay, you just gotta know how to deliver it. I'm not a fan of low ticket. Okay, even though some of you have came here on a low ticket, I am not a fan of it because I know what I bring to the table. Okay, I don't only share funding. Okay, I share everything that I have, just because I do understand the more you give, the more you will receive, whether it's today or whether it's 10 years from now. Okay, and I believe doing things from the heart. Okay, to actually help people get out of the struggle and get out of whatever situation they're in. Because believe me, I'm about to do a video in Miami. I used to live in a 1-bedroom trailer with my mom and my sister, and it was the second bedroom, which was fucking as big as a house bathroom. Okay, literally the bed. I think it's called the twin bed. Okay, that's where I would sleep with my sister. Okay, we would literally sleep foot on her face, and her foot was on my face, and my mom would sleep on the floor. That's how I live when I came to Miami. So trust me when I say I understand what the struggle is. Okay, so that's why that's why I give a lot. Angel, we'll go from. Go ahead.
Hey, how are you guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yes.
So, I'm 24 years old. I'm from Texas. I'm new, my first time here. I'm the owner of Penny Flippers LLC. It's a donut shop. I mean, Penny Flippers LLC, which I do stock alerts. I'm a penny flipper. And then I also own 903 Donuts. It's a donut shop. I have since November. It's about to be a year next month. And that's doing pretty decent. But I guess in the food industry, it takes a while for it to pick up. But we're doing pretty good. I haven't seen profits yet, but hopefully here soon. But my second one, I just sent out alerts for stocks. And then I do have 14 people subscribed to my Discord, and I'm hopefully trying to grow it.
So he teaches people how to trade penny stocks. Okay, and he's successful at it. So there's many traders out there. I know a lot of them. They make their money off people subscribing, not of them trading. Okay, they get a course that they saw online. They'll act like they know what they're doing, and they put it up online, and now they're getting money from subscribers, and a lot of money. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're not even a professional trader. Okay. The way Angel has it, he goes on live and he does give out alerts on his trading, and he does show his profits on what he's doing, you know, when he's doing it, X, Y, and Z. Okay. He's looking to grow that side of his business. Okay. And he's also in the military now. He gets out in July. He's in the service. Anything else you want to add, Angel?
Basically just thank y'all for having me. I'm willing to learn from not just only Arturo, but from all of y'all. Nobody's perfect. We're all here to learn. Thank y'all.
Correct. Yeah. Dennis, you want to go? Go ahead.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Dennis. Super excited to be here. Really inspired by everybody's story. So I used to work for like real estate companies, like real estate wholesaling, and then I went on to do, you know, my own thing, which I was struggling a lot. I had addictions to weed, and then I went on to work with another development company, which helped me really expand my mindset, which is one thing that I really was struggling with, especially after COVID hit and everything. I wanted to figure something out that I could do on my own, and that's kind of one thing that Arturo's been helping me to like really launch that product. Especially that I got into like finances, credit cards, repairing credit. I really got really deep into how the credit game works, and like I could show you like 5 different ways to repair your credit, 5 different ways to do this and that. But it's all about taking action. It's all about, serving people and increasing your mindset, because if you don't have that mindset and that health, like Carlo was talking about, you know, you're throwing away all, everything, the hundreds of thousands that you can make every month, you know, it all starts with you and your daily activities. You got to set up your standard operating procedures. You got to set everything up and then just focus in on it, whether you have that high ticket offer or whether you're, locking up deals and contracts and getting them dispoed or whatever. But right now I'm trying to start like I have a development partner, and we're trying to go in on some land and lock up deals, as well as I'm trying to, get something going with the funding and selling some, some courses online where I could help people, get the, business credit and even, some credit repair on the side too. So it's good to meet everybody. Keep it up. I want to, keep looking at what you guys are doing and stay connected with you guys.
Right, okay, I have a question. Before we get into other things, do we have any questions on the course? I know Carlo and Angel, you guys went through it, and I know we talked also on a one-on-one. Do you have any other questions?
I don't have any as of right now.
Carlo, do you?
No, I did went through the whole course. And then I remember I was gonna ask you last time and I forgot. But there's apparently, I'm not sure you know about this, but apparently you can apply on American Express if you apply for especially if you already have cards with them. If you open four tabs on your computer and you apply for four cards at the same time, there's a chance that you can get approved for all of them. So I'm not sure if you heard about that. I just heard this. I wish I can have the information, but I heard it, and then I was going to ask you about it, but I didn't. I can probably try to find it, but I'm not sure if you experienced that before, because that will be a great help, because it basically the inquiry amount will be only one, and then you get 4 cards. A possibility to get 4 cards at the same time for American Express.
So that is new to me. I never heard it. The way I have taught people and I have done is every 3 months or every 3 days. So yeah, you can open your first one. Okay, you can open your first one, and then every 3 days or every 3 months. Okay, why? Because after your first one, only on your first one, you have a hard inquiry. then they only go based on, okay, he's already a member, he has this much. Okay, we're gonna go based off that. Okay, so
Yeah.
they go based on your spending limit. Hey, you got let's say your first plan is 25,000. You're buying something for 25, repaying it, buying 25, repaying it. After 3 months, you can go ahead and then apply for all the other cards every 3 days simultaneously. Okay, so you'll open one, 3 months later, you open the gold, you open the bronze, and so on every 3 days, as long as you have a good spending limit with the charge card, which is the Platinum. Okay, so that is one of the strategies. The one where you have, 4 or 5 screens open on your side, that's new to me. I mean, I guess you have to try if it works,
Yeah, I'm gonna try maybe towards after Chase. We'll see.
Okay, so if there's no any questions, I can tell you guys, I've been talking, so you guys know, my new company, the trucking company. Okay, I just dumped another 100,000 last week on the trucking. Okay, so I'm getting 4 trucks. Those 4 trucks are about $20,000 a month on profit after expenses. Okay. Now I've been talking over here to raise money. Okay, when I'm doing this, I'm issuing a corporate bond. Therefore, I'm raising money through corporate bonds. Okay, corporate bond, to put it in simple, and I want you guys to understand it the way I look at it. When people hear corporate bond, they're like, they imagine, like when you hear something corporate, you imagine what? A fucking big building with a lot of offices and a fucking 500 plus people. Okay, that's how most people imagine. Okay, a corporate bond is no more than a piece of paper that says, hey, this is how much money comes in, this is how much money comes out, and this is what we're valuing the company at, and we're looking to raise money for whatever it is, acquisition of more trucks, acquisition of whatever, and we're gonna issue people a fixed rate on that money. Okay, in an essence, I know you guys might see it, this big thing, and it is a document of 700 plus papers. Okay, a document of 700 plus papers just to make it look fancy and whatever. In my opinion, it's a feel-good paper. It's money backed up by the company. But guess what happens? That company goes bankrupt. Guess who also goes bankrupt? Your fucking money. Okay. So I've been talking to the guy that does corporate. He has written billion-dollar corporate bonds. Okay, what does that mean? I'm telling you how the game works. Okay, I actually been talking to this guy. I have a meeting after you guys also. Okay, what he does, he writes up the bond. So he looks at your company and he says, hey, okay, so we're gonna write up, like for example, we're gonna write up a $12 million corporate bond. Okay, $12 million corporate bond. All it is, hey, and it's crazy because these people are literally playing with people's minds. Okay, who pays for this corporate bond? You know who pays for these corporate bonds? Regular people. Okay, the regular Americans, the seniors. Okay, they want their money safe. They want a safe investments. Okay, seniors, number 1. Number 2, insurance companies. Okay, and number 3, hedge funds. Okay, so hedge funds, depending how they divide it, they have, hey, it's a hedge fund of $100 million. They'll say, hey, we have 10%, so $10 million just for small businesses for corporate bonds. Okay, what do they, when they buy a corporate bond, all they look at is that document that was written by a professional. Okay, so for example, for me, they're charging me $360,000 to write me a $12 million corporate bond. Okay, and how do they do it? I give this guy $360,000. He writes up a report pretty much saying, hey, this is the potential of the company according to the revenue. For every 100,000, we're making 100% of the money back within a year. So that means that with $10 million, he can make that $10 million back within that year. So he is able to pay a 5% on that money or a 10% on that money. Okay, that's all it is. It's backed up by what? By my company. Okay, That's what a corporate bond is. That's the game that the big players are playing. Okay, and I know Flor and Osvaldo heard it before. My way to the billions, okay, and I'm gonna share this with you guys. My way to the billions is, hey, my company right now, the trucking, you do get, you know, your money back within a full year. After that, I give you an extra 10%, and then after that, I keep you on a 10% perpetuity. Okay, now on the world of borrow money, I'm talking about a lot of money. What I'm giving is a lot. Okay, so they're okay with a secure 5% or 10%. Okay, so obviously on my side, it makes more sense. Hey, I paid this guy $360,000 and I get a guaranteed $12 million in 4 to 6 months. Okay, why? He writes up the report. We give it to the brokers. The brokers charge at 3%, and we sell the bond for 5%. Okay, backed up by the company. You see what I'm saying? So, dude, you're creating fucking money out of thin air. That's all it is. Okay, they make it sound fancy. They make it sound fancy because, yeah, he's writing a report and he gets looked at by people, you know, who went to whatever college, and all they do is just look at numbers. Okay, what these people don't know is they don't have the street savviness, okay, that a person like us have. Business owners, we can play with the numbers. Okay, a company that makes 100% return on investment in a year is considered it's considered a gold mine. So my company is considered a gold mine. Okay, so they're looking at us, hey, let me just get a 3% on the back end of the $12 million. Okay, the other guy wants to get paid his $375,000. Okay, and altogether, yeah, I'm able to take that risk because the way my company looks. You see what I'm saying? So all it is, and I want you guys to see it the way I see it, because when I was younger, I saw it as, oh my God, a corporation is a building probably in Tampa or in Texas or in Miami and has 500 plus employees, and there's attorneys and there's fucking accountants and there's all these people involved, and damn, how the fuck am I ever gonna own a corporation because I feel stupid? Okay, now let me tell you guys something. The way that we're looking at things is much more simpler. We pay a guy to write up the fucking bonds. Okay, make my company look amazing on paper. We send it to the broker and say, hey, we're raising $12 million. You know, it's only open for 30 days for the next, I don't know, 10 people. You know, or if it's better, we give an extra 1% or 2% if everything comes out from one person. So if one entity is able to fund the $12 million, then hey, we're gonna give them an extra 2%. Okay, and everything is backed up by what? By the company. Okay, what does that mean? I'm 100% owner of the company. I don't really have to answer to anybody. Okay, I just have to do right by the company, which is, hey, make the right investments and doing what I say I'm going to do on paper. Because yeah, these people will come out after me if I get a $12 million or $15 million, whatever it is. We're looking at 50 mil. Why? $1 million for reserves and $1 million for the broker to get paid. Okay, and also to cover the expense of the guy writing the document. Okay, now look how crazy this thing gets. Okay, and right now we have 2 people in progress. So there's this other company. This company charges $25,000 upfront and 10% on the back end to get you around $350,000. Okay, how do they do it? They buy an H corp. Okay, they link this H corporation to an entity that has been open for 10 years. So now your 7-year corporation or 5-year corporation is linked to an entity that has been open for 10 years and that also has financial. An entity that's making over $2 million. Okay, now guess what? That entity can go ahead and it can apply for funding. Okay, and it's guaranteed. Okay, so right now we have two people in progress because those two new companies are new for me. Okay, so what are we doing? Hey, we're gonna test them out first because everybody can say a lot of pretty shit, but we want to test them out. So we got two people that already fronted the 25K for those two different companies. Okay, and they're on the process of getting funding. It does take 2 months. Okay, why? Because this company is the same thing. They're a middleman. They're buying the H Corp, they're buying the lines of credit, okay, and they're buying the taxes. So they're linking it to a company. Okay, now everything has look good on paper, so this company can go ahead and get non-recourse credit cards. Where's that money coming from? That money comes from the banks. Okay, Bank of America, Chase, and American Express. Okay, and it's a no dog loan. Okay, they are careful on who they bring in because they have people in the banks that process these loans. Okay, so you don't want to burn those type of people. Okay, but for the model that I have, okay, they can see revenue coming in. Okay, they can see where the money's coming in from, so they're able to pay. Okay, he's legit, pay the 25K. They're gonna get an extra 10% on the back end. Okay, but that's how you're able to get. Hey, with 25K, you're able to get $350,000 or a $300,000 clean after you pay the expenses. Okay, and it's not that they don't charge you. It's not at 0%. You do pay 2 to 3% a month. Okay, that goes through your principal for the next 6 to 10 months. Now, the way we're looking at it is, since my company is already making money and it's in good standing, I can go ahead and get 2 of these corps, get $600,000, dump it into the truck in 2 months later. You know, I can carry out the cost with what I make. Okay, once the trucks are already producing, bam. You know, people like the whole point is for the company where we took out the loans from, they're already getting paid. Okay, therefore, in 6 months, they're gonna double the amount they gave us. So yeah, we have 700,000 in 6 months. We're gonna have 1.4. Okay, just on lines of credit. Okay, and that's when I'm gonna. From there is when I'm gonna get the $360,000 to pay for the corporate bond, for the guy to issue the corporate bonds, and I'm gonna raise $12 million. Okay, and I'll tell you guys something. Right now, in this next 2-3 years is gonna be the best time to ever make money. It's gonna be the best time to ever make money. Why? Trump is gonna get called into office. There's gonna be so much money flowing into the states. Okay, they're going to reduce interest rate. Okay, so it's gonna be a 2017 all over again, and that's what everybody's waiting for. Okay, that's what everybody's waiting for. Once this guy, his name is Rob, once this guy does the funding for these 2 people, okay, and I see, hey, these 2 people got funded, but they're gonna be verified by me. Hey, the people that got funded, I'm gonna go into the funding. Okay, and then I'm gonna be able to bring this guy. I'm gonna bring him to you guys. Okay, so you guys can hear it from himself how he's able to write corporate bonds. Okay, the way and it's crazy, guys, because I mean the way I look at it is backed up by fucking paper. That's what it is. It's backed up by paper. Okay, what does that mean? You can, dude, I grab that paper, wrap it up, and fucking throw it in the garbage. It doesn't mean nothing to me. That's how I look at it. It doesn't mean nothing to me. He has written billion-dollar corporate bonds for companies that are making 16 to 20% profit margins. Okay, what does that mean? That means, let's say if he has $100 million at a 5%, that means that company is only in debt $5 million. Okay, can they afford it? Yeah, they can afford it if they're at 16%. So if a company that makes $100 million, but they're 60% profit, that means they have enough money to pay for that corporate bond. You see what I'm saying? So it's an easy way to raise money. Okay, and I'm letting you guys know just so you guys can see what I'm seeing in the back end. what I'm gonna be doing, the way we're looking at making money. Okay, these two guys, they're already a month in. Okay, so in the next month or the next 45 days, they should be able to get 350K. Okay, one of those guys is gonna use the $350,000. He's gonna use it to write up the corporate bonds for his company. Okay, and the way I look at it, for example, for my business, I'm looking to exit in 3 years. So right now, my company, you do make your money back up within a year. Okay, once you make your money back up within a year, yeah, I am issuing a corporate bond of 10%. So you take your money out, you're still making residual. I do give you a 10% extra for putting in your money. Okay, and then I keep it at 10% perpetuity. Now, what does that mean for me? So, $12 million recoup. Okay, I make the $12 million. Once I make that $12 million a year, which it will be in the third year, I can sell it for a worst case scenario 3 times EBITDA. Okay, I actually make, let me see. I will actually make not 12, but I will making $24 million, but after expenses, it's about $12 million. Okay. What does that mean for me? I can sell off the company at 3 times what my company makes. What does that mean? I make it's 3x return. So if I'm making $12 million profit, I can get $36 million off the bat. Okay, that $36 million, I'm dumping it. I'm putting 10% to buy real estate. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna keep 6, quote unquote. The other 30, I want to roll it into real estate. Okay, so I don't pay taxes. So I'm gonna buy, let's say, best case scenario, $300 million worth of property. Okay, in a decade, it's gonna double. Okay, that means if I bought $300 million worth of real estate in a decade, I'm gonna have a $600 million property. Therefore, I'm gonna have a couple hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, and we're looking at that worst case scenario. You see what I'm saying? So worst case scenario, everything goes accordingly. Hey, I'm on the road of having $300 million in 15 years. So right now I'm 34. By the time I'm 55, I should be sitting on $300 million plus. You know what I'm saying? So, and then that cash flow, I'm looking to just buy companies or buy whatever. You see what I'm saying? So I'm giving you guys a structure of what I'm doing. Okay, if you guys do decide to go this route, and obviously, my connections, dude, like this guy Rob came through a connection of mine. Okay, so it's money. I'm saying that's how the real world works. Now let me tell you something. The banks that are let's say my company goes to shed. Okay, my company goes to shed. You know who loses? The regular person that has their $100,000 in the bank. That's who loses. Okay, why? Because who's buying the corporate bond? Either banks, insurance, or the old person that sold his house and bought a corporate bond because it's secure. It's secure by the definitions of my company. You see what I'm saying? And if the bank goes to shed, who's gonna bail them out? The government. Where's the government getting the money out from? Fucking Social Security. You see how this whole thing just plays around? So I want to give you guys, I know it's a lot of information, but I want to give you guys the bigger picture of how it really works. Okay, how the world really moves. There's people that make money out of thin air. Okay, he told me, I talked to him today, we had a meeting today, and he said, dude, he was a part of an exit. It was a multiple 9-figure exit. Okay, a couple of billions of dollars on the gold and silver industry. Okay, and he was part owner. He was like a 0.25% or 0.28% part owner because they brought him in as a consultant and he wrote up the bond. But since it was such a large exit, he said, "Hey, I'll do the work for free and just let me get equity for the sell." Okay, well, and that's the way he's charging. You know, he made a couple $1 million just by doing the work. Now, what ended up happening? The CEO, the owner, okay, he had written on the contracts on the board, okay, the board usually 2 accountants, an attorney, 2 industry experts. Okay, that's your board. Okay, he had written in there he can do a company takeover. So he saw the valuation beforehand. He did a company takeover. So he bought everybody out at the price that they were asking for. He waited 4 months and he made an extra $2 billion. Okay, because that's just how it works. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, that's just how it works. Okay, and I learned this from Dan Pena. Okay, Dan Pena actually teaches you, hey, whenever you do a board, whenever you're buying a business, make sure you have your attorney on your pocket. Okay, make sure that you pay the attorney very well on equity and upfront in order for him to be your right-hand man. Why? Because you want to write down everything for your favor. Okay, what happens all the time? Usually when you have a board, okay, there's about, let's say we're all aboard. Okay, Carlos, Flor, Angel, and Dennis. We're all the board and I'm the CEO. Okay, and we're looking at an exit of $100 million and you guys are each 2% owner. What does that mean? Each of you are gonna make $2 million, right? But let's say somebody comes along and says, hey brother, I'm gonna list it on the stock exchange. Fuck about the $100 million, you're gonna make $220 million. Okay, so right now I bring somebody in and I say, hey, my company right now is worth $100 million. I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna go get a loan, okay, for 8 million. I'm gonna get a loan for $8 million, pay you guys out, two each, because that's what the company's worth. And now I listed on the stock exchange for $220 million. So now I put 8 mil to make an extra $112 million. Why? Because I have the fucking attorney on my back pocket. He's helping me with the documents. You guys are not gonna read a 1,000-page paper. You're like, oh yeah, cool. He knows what he's doing. He's the attorney. I know that I own the company. Okay, and that's how people get screwed out of a lot of money. Okay, it happens all the time on the merchant acquisition business, all the fucking time. And this is something that I learned from Dan Pena. Okay, with Dan Pena's strategy is, hey, make sure whenever you get the attorney, you get the best attorney. You don't hire the cheapest. You get the best attorney. You pay him very well, and then some extra for him to add on the contract. Okay, for him to add that everything goes to my favor. If I want to buy you guys out, I buy you guys out whenever I want. Okay, if I want to sell you guys out, I can go ahead and sell you. Okay, that's what I can do as the CEO. Now, it all depends on how you structure it. Okay, you guys can come in together and say, hey, you know what? Arturo, we don't need Arturo. Okay, he's a fucking shithead. He treated me bad. You're like, fuck that. He's a fucking piece of shit too. Let's buy him out. So since I'm 92% owner, now you guys buy me out for $92 million. Okay, and now you guys are on the whole for $92 million. Go out on the stock exchange. Okay, and now you guys go ahead and make, okay, an extra fucking $8 million. So you see how it works? So it all depends on how the business is structured. Okay, who gets what percentage? So I'll give you guys something that I learned before, that I heard from Brad Lee. Okay, when Brad Lee built out his company, which is a coaching program, has the little technology. One day they had a board meeting, an emergency board meeting, and the board said, hey, Brad, we're kicking you out. He's like, what? Yeah, we're going to buy you out. We're going to have the loan. You're getting your paycheck, Friday. And he's like, who decided that? He's like, well, we all decided it, because it was a majority vote. Okay, but what Brad Lee had in his back pocket was that his vote superseded everybody else's vote. Okay, therefore, whatever he said went. So it didn't matter that all the other 4 or 5 guys went against him. He said, hey, I don't agree with it. They're like, okay, well, you only one vote. They're like, well, not. The documents say that my vote supersedes all of you guys' votes together. Okay, so he was able to reverse it. So then he knew, yo, the board, you know, the board got together and they went against me. I'm gonna buy them out. You see what I'm saying? So that's how it works on that corporate level. Okay, it's just a ruthless game. Why? Because when you're talking about, you know, hey Dennis, you rather make $2 million or you rather just have a signature since you're the CFO and make 20 mil in 5 months. You know what I'm saying? And that's all of you can make 20 mil in 5 months, they're making 2 mil. You see what I'm saying? So that's where it gets greedy. Why? Because we're not talking a quick 5 grand, 10 grand, 100 grand. Because we're talking about millions or billions of dollars. Okay, like this CEO did. He bought his whole board out. He carried the cost of that loan, and bam, he exited out for a couple of billion more. And that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just business. You know, I'm sure if Floor says, hey, I'm gonna go public and I own 2%, it's more convenient for her to pay me out and then her go public on her own. That's just what it is. Okay, and yeah, you create enemies, but the bigger you get, the more enemies you get. I have enemies, and you know what I'm saying? I'm nothing. You know, and why do I have enemies? They don't like the way I express myself on Instagram. You know, I got fucked over for a couple $100,000, and you just start creating enemies. And the bigger you get, that's just how it goes. Okay, that's just how it goes. You know, whatever's happening with P. Diddy right now. Okay, P. Diddy, if you see what exactly happened and you kind of follow the trail, the money trail, P. Diddy had just started a lawsuit against BlackRock. Okay, BlackRock is his partner on some deals. So P. Diddy is making claims that BlackRock didn't want to pay him. So what did P. Diddy do? He went to go ahead and sue them. Okay, dude, P. Diddy is worth $2 billion. BlackRock is worth trillions of dollars. Do you see the difference? So even at $2-3 billion, you're still a small fish. Even though P. Diddy has videos of the CEO fucking a little boy or whatever the fuck he says he has, okay, and he thought he had them by the balls, guess what? Overnight they went and they raided his house. If you guys know what happened, the SWAT team came in his house and they had keys for the rooms and keys for where he held everything. How does that happen? You know, it's an insight. It's one of his buddies. You know, he pissed somebody off. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So they let P. Diddy do whatever he wanted to do. Hey, go ahead and get dirt on all these people the same way the other entrepreneur ran it. You know, so this whole thing, dude, it's about greed. It's about money. Okay, and you know, you piss the wrong person off, or you don't want to do, or they don't want to pay you. What are you really going to do? You see what I'm saying? What will you do? You know, so that's just how the real world works. You know, right now we're all of us, we're all starting. You know, yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of you guys, but you guys don't have to wait that 10 fucking years like I did, or you know, I've been an entrepreneur since 2013. Okay, 11 years in order to get the connect that I have built, the relationship that I have built. You guys can leverage me to get those relationships. You know, so that is the whole point of, hey, it's not just about getting funding, it's literally more than that. Okay, that's why I charge, you know, $10, $20, $30,000 for the community. You know, like Dennis, he paid 20 grand. Okay, I have somebody else pay 30 grand. You know what I'm saying? Just to be, hey, it's not only Funding Academy. Yeah, Funding Academy, you can fix your credit, get a couple $100,000. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, but it's literally it's more than that. Okay, and trust me, when money comes, it's fucking coming. And I'm telling you guys something. The best time to get rich is gonna be the next 3 years. It's what's gonna separate people that are gonna make, $3 to $5 million, which is still good, to people that are gonna make hundreds of millions of dollars or being set up to make hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, is this next 3 years? Why? Everybody's holding their money until Trump comes in. They know Trump comes in, people are gonna start flowing in. Money's gonna flow into the States, guys, like you guys never seen. Okay, interest rates are gonna go to shit, everything's gonna skyrocket, and there's gonna be a lot of fucking money. There's gonna be a lot of money. Okay, and it's about connections, it's about knowing what you're doing, and it's about growing. Okay, I told you guys what my plan is with the trucking business. Okay, how was I able to get in the trucking business? I helped out a guy 3 years ago when he was in need. Okay, that's literally how I helped him out. Okay, I gave him $17,000. Okay, I bought the watch that I always show off. I bought it off of him. Okay, we became,
Eliseo.
you know what I'm saying? We became good friends. He had to go back to working, back to the grind. He got a job as a salesperson. Okay, and the salesperson, he has helped other guys out. They're like, hey, this guy wants to blow up his trucking business and he needs good salespeople. They partner up. Eliseo built out a sales team. Okay, partner up with the guy. Now Eliseo is making $4 million a month. Okay, paying now investors about 1.2 million a week. Okay, I'm sorry, 1.5 a week. Okay, just like this. Why? Great business, great salespeople, and he keeps the circle very tight. Okay, it's crazy because his industry or on his side, he runs a small five sales guys. Okay, these 5 sales guys, they're and I know them because I grew up with one of them. Okay, when I say I grew up, I'm talking about since I was 15 years old, I was on the, being a little hood rat. Okay, it's a polished guy. The guy knows how to talk, but he polished his language to be able to talk to high level investors. Okay, it's 5 of them. Each of them, they're making a couple $100,000 a month just off commissions. Okay, and what is people doing? They're coming in, boom, they're also buying trucks. Okay, all of them are just buying and buying and buying. Why? Because they're looking at the bigger vision of, hey, we're gonna sell out in 3 years. Everybody's gonna have a couple of millions of dollars. Okay, I was able to get in on it because he remembered, yo, Arturo helped me out because I'll be honest, that watch I don't fucking like, dude. That watch is a fucking rapper watch. Okay, I like, hey, yeah, maybe I'll get a rose gold watch and whatever. Okay, something decent, but that watch is more like a, hey, flashy, going out, clubbing, whatever. It brings attention, so I understand attention. One of them, I bought it. And number 2, he's like, yo, dude, like, just buy it off of me. I hit rock bottom. I'm gonna get off. I was like, bro, don't worry about it. I got you. Okay. So, and he got me, I bought the watch at a discount. Okay. So whenever he got up on his feet, he's like, yo, Arturo, I got this investment opportunity, buying, doing trucks. I met with him, seeing what exactly he's doing with the trucking industry. And I was like, bro, yeah, making $100K, $200K a month is cool. And I already made that. Okay, I'm looking to hit I need a big come up. Okay, the hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, so we worked out a deal. So now I have contracts with him. I have contracts with the trucking company where, hey, all my investors, we're getting it out of my price, which is 10% less. Okay, which is 10% less than what he's offering his people. He's also offering a split. I'm not. With my deal is, hey, my investor is gonna get taken care of first. I don't mind eating shit for the next year and a half. I want them to get taken care of first. I want them to get paid the residual. Let me just manage it because I can afford to manage it. I'm gonna see my upside in 2 years and then on the exit. That's the way I look at it. Okay, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I'm doing business. Okay, and it all came through relationships. Literally, this whole thing is just based off relationships and all because I was like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Anyway, guys, do you have any questions? Sorry, I got a text of a friend that was coming over. Do you have any questions? Guys, you guys can ask me anything, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, to blow up your, I know, Angel, we're waiting for some money for you to come in, to structure some of your things. Carlos, you know, I know we're having a one-on-one. Okay, Dennis, do you guys have any questions when it comes to anything that I'm doing? You know, and me, yeah, the whole motivation thing is great. You know, like Albert did a lot of motivation to this, but for me, is to get you guys at a different level. Okay, motivation, bro. If you can look at your bank account and you're not motivated, like, you know, I just can't really do much. Okay, that's the honest truth. Motivation just fucking dies down after a week or two. You know, you can listen to Andrew Tate, you can listen to Myron Goldman, you can listen to whoever. You're gonna get motivated for a week or two, but then it dies down. Okay, for me, my motivation is, and excuse my language, is for a girl to never leave me again. Number one, but that to me is fucking painful. Okay, number two is for me not to eat rice and egg for 2-3 months straight like I did before. That's just my motivation. Okay, and at the same time, I look at my bank account and I don't have hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, so for me, I cannot stop. Wake up early every day, you know, hit the gym, eat, and I just get on the grind because I just don't want to be poor. That's it. That's just my motivation. Okay, I don't want to be poor. I believe being poor is a choice. I believe that we are lazy. When I say we, I struggle with that shit too. You know, anybody in my position, you know, they see coming in 120K, they're gonna take off for 6 months. Hey, I'm gonna go to fucking Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So my motivation is different. I don't know if you guys saw the video last week where I'm like, hey, you know, I'm literally going down to zero every month. Okay, $100,000 comes in, $100,000 comes out. Okay, $200,000 come in, $200,000 come out, and everything goes towards my investment. And I show everything that I do, you know. And I get messages every day, guys. I get messages, people saying that I'm a show up, that I'm a scumbag. Like, hey, who do you think you are? Hey, people that have a lot of money don't show up their money. I'm like, okay, brother. You know, I play a different game and I show it off because I know I'm gonna trigger. It's gonna bother people. Hey, why this guy showing off? You know, so I understand that the people that are not, the people that call me a show off, I already know where they are. You know, I already know they're not touching $3,000-$5,000 a month. Why? Because in their mind, people that got money, they don't show it off. You know, in their mind, people that got money don't buy a Rolex. You know what I'm saying? So who the fuck buys a Rolex? People that don't have money? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I just don't understand it. That's my mindset. Okay. I can tell you, showing off has brought me a lot of haters, but it has also brought me people like you guys. Hey, Arturo, I want to learn. Okay. And as you guys can see, you know, we're learning. You guys are free to ask me anything. I know Carlo, we already got on a call this past week. So we already got 2 calls. Angel, we're still waiting for some things to get set with you to go forward. Other than that, the coaching game is easy. You can make a couple $100,000 a month easy. Okay, I would suggest don't stay on it. Angel, for your donut shop, once you're in profit, you know, we can talk to the guy to raise money. The same thing, do corporate bonds on your shop and say, hey, you're gonna go and buy out all the competition. You know what I'm saying? So your numbers do have to hit, because the lowest that he does is 5% on the corporate bond, meaning like, let's say, okay, if you're making 16% profit on your business, okay, you can be in debt 5%. Why? Because you can carry out that debt because you're 60% in profit, meaning, okay, even if you're paying that debt, you're paying that debt, you're still gonna make 11% profit. You know, for me, I'm on a little bit upper echelon. I'm making 100% profit in a year, so I'm able to carry out. Hey, I'm able to tell investors, hey, I can give you not only 5%, but I can also give you this amount. I can give you 6, 7, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go up more. You know, but right now, my only downside is that I can only the way we can take out like the 8 to 10 weeks to put out trucks on the road. Okay, I'm capped at 20 trucks a month on my side. Okay, why? Because that's what Alicia has given me here too. I can give you 20. I can set up 20 trucks for you a month like that. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, in 3 months, whatever it is, I'm gonna be able to put up that money for all those trucks. So I guess so that's $1 million investment a month that I'm gonna be doing. Okay, why? Because he's also doing his own thing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, can I raise with this model? Can I raise $100 million? $1,000, I can raise $100 million, but I'm not gonna have utility for the $100 million because I cannot grow and scale. You see what I'm saying? So it's a different model, and yeah, you know, let's see, maybe in a month or two, I bring that guy that does the corporate bonds. You know what I think is a big leverage for you guys.
Yeah, I think everything you're sharing has a lot of value because is you're showing your experience, and one of the things I like about what you talk about is very practical. So things are you're already doing, you know how to explain them, and basically we can just learn from this and also apply ourselves. I mean, if I would like to, see if I can get into a business similar to that or something like that. I mean, you talk about the bonds. And also purchasing the other company or having another company be part of the other company. You talk about like a shell company that has more longevity. Is that what it's
Correct.
called?
Correct. So the way they're doing it is through this company. Okay, they're buying an H corporation. Okay, and they're
Yeah.
linking it
So,
exactly, and they're linking it to a real one that's already been making money. Okay, therefore, this new company, hey, they're gonna give a tax return because there's an accountant involved and there's a lot of shit involved. Okay, they're giving it trade lines
right.
of millions
Trade
of
line.
dollars, and they're also attaching it to another company that has 10 years plus. So
Yeah.
this new company looks like fucking Michael Jordan. So now this new company is going to different banks and saying, hey, you know, let me get 50K off the bat, 50, 30K, 100K off the bat. Okay. Once they get the money, they're gonna take out this company. They're gonna take it out. So it's not be LinkedIn anymore. Okay. So what carries this company? Just the EIN number.
Yeah.
Okay. Also on the back end, they want to make sure that whatever company they're attaching it to, you're actually making some money. Because if not, if you're burning the same person, let's say I'm the one that, and Carlo, you worked at a bank before. If
Right.
you're bringing applications and half of them are default, and they're like, hey, Carlos, you're doing something shady. You know what I'm saying? Carlos, you're doing something wrong. So the whole industry, yeah, they do have a little back end, but at the same time, it works only based on relationships. Hey, I know Carlo has a $2 million business. His business is in profit. He needs, $350,000 to maybe buy a building that he can make the 150 or whatever it is. They can go ahead and work on it.
Yeah. No, I understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're leveraging the other company trade line, but because of the age, and then with that, in combination with your revenue and your profits, then is a perfect combination to get a ton of funding from the banks. Then the liability is on the banks. You're not liable. The banks are the ones taking the risk now.
Exactly. So it's literally the way I do it, or the way I show in the program how to do, is personal guaranteed.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And
the
then
way
this is different. Yeah.
This is different, and that's why they charge a little bit more money. I mean, they charge 25K up front and a 10% on the back end. Okay, so that's the way to come up with $300,000. So right now, I also have a guy who's getting people. Okay, they're gonna get people. Okay, they're putting up front the 25K as long as they drop those $300,000 on my company. You see what I'm saying? And I'm able to do it. Why? Because I have large lines of credit. You know, so I'm also giving
Right.
this, hey, you drop 300,000 on my company, okay, you're gonna make that money back within a year. You see what I'm saying? So that's another way of raising quick capital pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little video, guys. Yeah, do you guys have any questions?
Honestly, well, I don't have any questions, but I am thoroughly impressed by your business plan and how you're gonna go through with this. And honestly, I just wish you all the best. It's fucking incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, the corporate bonds, I heard about them. I researched it a little bit, but I never really
Hmm?
saw anybody doing it. And also the age corporations, I used to kind of think like maybe that's, but the way you're explaining it, where you put the age corporation with an entity that has 10 years and the tax credits and all that, I think that's what makes it even more,
All
But
right,
can you
make sure
explain a
it's
little?
legit.
Can you explain a little bit how you could like hustle that as far as like maybe me if I if I know an investor that has 25K that wants to go in on a corporate bond?
Yeah, so the 25K is not for the corporate bond, it's to get the funding. Okay, so the 25K is used for what? $5,000 to buy a corporation, an H corporation. Okay, the rest of the money is going to the company that your new company is gonna be attached to. Okay, and it's also gonna go to trade lines.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost if you think about individual, it's almost like when you're building out your credit, some people sell trade lines. They say, "Hey, I have this trade line for 12 years. You pay me $1,000 and I keep it on your credit for a few months, and then you take me out once you get your funding." But it's on the
Wonderful.
business side.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm not
So-
familiar with it. For me, that's something new that I'm just now learning. That's why I said, hey, okay, let's get these people through funding first. Okay, and let's see what these two companies can do. So they're already a month in. So we're looking at the middle or end of next month. Each of them should have $370,000. Okay, in each side. Okay, because it's two different companies doing it. Okay, and the way we did it that way is because, hey, I want to prove the credibility of both of the companies. Okay, the guy seems pretty credible just because he said, dude, you can pay with your credit card, and if we don't perform, hey, you can just do a chargeback. Okay, so it's pretty like he seemed pretty legit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so and also another guy, he gave us a contact through Bank of America, okay, and he got $50,000 line of credit, no questions asked, on a brand new LLC. So when we asked him, bro, you want a commission of the 5K, but we charge 10% of the back end. He said, nah, dude, I want to do $100 million business. Like, I don't care about the $5,000. You know what I'm saying? So he is coming as credible. Okay. At the same time, brother, I have a lot of experience in the business side, and I've seen a lot of shit shows. Okay, so that's why I'm still in that waiting game. Hey, let's wait a month. I don't mind fronting the money. I just don't want to go through the whole hassle. Either way, I'm still doing a corporate bond through individuals. Like, for example, Angel wants to buy into the company. Okay, it's getting done. You know what I'm saying? It's getting done individually. Okay, hey, your money is secured by the company's income. Carlos, you want to buy in, your money is secure the company's income. This is what we're promising every 3 months. You're going to get paid weekly, yada, yada, yada. Everything's done on paper. You see what I'm saying? So everything is secured. The only difference is that on the corporate bond, in order to get the $12 million right away, what are we giving? I mean, dude, these companies have billions of dollars. Okay, the banks have billions of dollars, and they need to assign certain amount of money, certain amount of capital to the corporate bonds. Okay,
Yeah.
5% to small businesses, 10% to mid-sized businesses. This percentage, so they haven't assigned it. That's how they delegate, to mitigate risk. Okay, so when
Yeah.
you see a company like mine, okay, you're making 100% of your revenue within the first year. We're gonna, what he proposed to me was, let's do a 5% interest only payment, okay, and a return on the full capital within a year or something like that. Okay, therefore, I'm not losing equity on the company. Number one, like I'm giving. Number two, all I'm paying is the 5%. So if I get, the $12 million, all I'm paying is 5%, then I'm giving them the $12 million back. All they care is about making the $12 million back plus a percentage on top. Okay, and therefore it works for me because I'm not losing equity on my company. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's incentive because it's better for me. Obviously, since I'm just starting, okay, I'm looking for individuals, and I am offering equity on the trucks that we get, on those vans that we get. You know what I'm saying? So it's a double-edged sword. Either way, bro, I'll tell you something. I'm going for those billions. Hundreds of millions ain't not gonna stop me. 200 million gonna stop me, dude. Like when you think about it, you've seen it, Carlos. A night out in Miami on a weekend, okay, dropping $4 or $5 grand on one night. You do that 3 times a week, you're dropping $15,000-$20,000. Okay, do 20,000 times 52, but there's 52 weeks. Okay, so 20,000 times 52, we're looking at 1.4. 1,400,000. 20,000 times 52. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're looking at. And that's just on going out. That's just to live how I was living 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? When I was like, yo, where the fuck is all my money's coming? Where the fuck is my money going? Making 100, 200, 400,000 a month. 3-4 months later, I'm back at zero. And then I hustle. And that's how I was living for a little bit. And now when you think about it, when you're dropping $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a night, you're going out 3 nights a week. And guys, 3 nights a week ain't a lot. Okay, 3 nights a week. I'm talking about you're popping bottles at one club. Hey, Wednesday night, okay, you go to another club, and then you go to a restaurant. And then Thursday night, okay, you want to step out to Mr. Jones, another $4 grand. Guys, that's 15, 20 grand, that I was spending a week. Okay. And guys, $1 million is just for fun. Okay, so I'll tell you guys something. Don't stop at $1 million. Okay, don't stop at 2 million. That's why now I look back. Yeah, when the times were good, I was going out every other night. You know what I'm saying? Every other night I was stepping out. Actually, I can't remember if Dennis met me when I was at the penthouse in Miami. Okay, I can't remember if you went in when I was at the penthouse, but I had 2 penthouses in Miami. Okay, one at the Epic and another one, I forgot the fucking name, bro. But you were able to see the river, the yachts, whatever, 4 hours on a yacht, $1,400, $4,000. You know what I'm saying? So shit adds up quick, bro. Baller is fucking dropping $20,000 just on going out. So that's just my encouragement to you guys. At the end of the day, guys, you guys are your own people. I'm just here to give you guys information for you guys to spend 12 years that I spent building relationships and fucking meeting people and flying to fucking Scotland and London and Mexico and fucking wherever the fuck I went in order to meet people, in order to learn this stuff that, hey, I'm giving it to you guys because I do want to see you guys fucking succeed. And I'm sure we can make a lot of money together. Okay, there's in the Bible, and this is something that I heard a couple of days ago, it's better to give than to receive. Okay, and I'll tell you something, it is fucking true because when it fucking rains, it pours. Okay, like me, I can come up with $12 million in 6 months. Okay, by buying the, leveraging. It's just about leverage. I paid the $25K. I'm gonna get, you know, the 360 grand. I can get 50 out of it, get 2 more corporations, the 300,000 I'm gonna put into the business, to my business, just so I know it can start getting paid, you know, the debt, because the debt has to be paid. Like me, I'm not gonna not only let people down that trusted me, okay, but number 2, I'm just not the type of person that's just going, hey, I'm just gonna, the bank is gonna get fucked over. Because at the end of the day, you're really fucking over the person that doesn't know any better, that went to college, maybe has $1 million in the bank, that's what's getting fucked over. You know, people like my dad. My dad went, you know, has been working his whole life, fucking has $100,000-$200,000 for his retirement. And my dad, I spent that shit last month. You know, how have you worked 30 years for a full retirement? You know, obviously that's in Peru. So it's just a mindset, guys. It's just a different mindset, you know? Okay, anyways, we've been on for like an hour and 21 minutes. Do you guys have any questions?
Oh, good. I appreciate it.
Okay, so if no question, I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Angel Carlo will talk before that.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Good night, guys.
All right, you guys take care.
Thank you, Arturo.
Of course,
night.
you guys have a good
Yeah.
one. Bye-bye.
You
Bye,
too.
everyone.